and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I am going to be giving you guys the scoop on a drugstore foundation that I've been trying out over the last couple of days, and I'm really excited. So I posted an image on my Insta stories and I asked you guys if I should review this foundation, and every single one of you who participated in that Instagram poll said yes. So I'm here, of course, to give you guys that review. So the foundation that we're going to be trying out today is the Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation. So I have tried out a foundation from the drugstore that retails for 100 Rand in the past, but it comes nowhere near this foundation. So the foundation, as we can see, comes in a beautiful glass bottle. They've kept the print on the bottle very simple, very sleek in design, but it's still captivating enough. And this foundation comes in a 30ml, so it's a regular size foundation. So I just want to go onto the Wet n Wild website very quickly just to see what they say about the foundation before we jump into the demonstration. So the foundation comes in 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So it comes in 20 shades, and that's what it says here on the website. I'm not quite sure how many shades I have in store. So the foundation is available at Clicks. I haven't seen it at Discam, nor have I seen it at Fashini, no Edgar's. So you'll definitely have to go to Clicks to get the foundation. So it says here, your skin only better. Our new high-performing skin perfecting foundation underwent major road testing under 7 different photo lighting conditions to deliver flawless camera-ready makeup every time. Specially made with a matte, light diffusing complex to give your skin a #no filter perfection. So the foundation, number 1, is a matte foundation, and it's designed for photography. So yesterday I was done with my makeup application at 2 o'clock. Myself and my fiance went out and we got back, say, just after 9 o'clock. So when I got home, I really wanted to see what my foundation looked like after 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, after 7 hours of wearing my foundation. And when I say I saw the slightest amount of oils, dewiness, whatever you want to call it, come through on my forehead, I am so serious. It was a very slight amount of dewiness that I saw come through on my forehead. So I am combination skin type, so that's where I tend to become oily around my T-zone. And like I said, after 7 hours of wearing the foundation, I was outdoors, but not necessarily in the sun, but I was outdoors. So I was pleasantly surprised by the fact that I didn't have to touch up, number 1. And number 2, I hardly became oily. So if you are oily skin type, you're going to love the foundation. If you're combination skin type like myself, you'll also really love the foundation. And then if you're dry skin type, I don't know if you'd like the foundation that much, because it does make the skin a bit, just a tad bit dry if you don't moisturize properly. So I don't know if I'm gonna openly say that it's okay for someone who has dry skin to try out the foundation, because like I said, if you don't prep properly, you're going to look a bit matte or dry. And like I said, that's on my skin, so it might just be even worse on someone who has dry skin. So before I continue rambling, let me get straight into this demonstration. Let me just show you guys what the foundation performs like on my skin. So regarding my skin prep, I've only gone in with a moisturizer, and I've gone in with a hydrating moisturizer. I mentioned this in the past, I prefer using or trying out a foundation without a primer, just because I'm assuming most of you, 1, would not be using a primer underneath your foundation, or you'd be using something based on your skin type. So that's why I just decided whenever I try out a foundation for you guys, I'd rather not apply a primer. So yeah, like I said, I normally on a day-to-day basis, I normally apply a hydrating moisturizer, and that's what I've done today. And for application, I'm going to be using my kabuki brush from Switch Beauty. Like I also mentioned in my previous foundation reviews, I prefer using a kabuki brush, something that's densely packed. It makes it so much easier for me to get that full coverage, to really maximize the coverage of my foundation. I did, however, during the time that I was trying out the foundation, I tried using the foundation on one day with my kabuki brush. I also tried using my beauty sponge. And needless to say, I preferred the coverage, I preferred the finish using my kabuki brush. So yeah, that's what we're going to be using today. So this foundation comes with a spatula, and you guys know I love using a foundation that has a pump, but since using this foundation I just prefer using a spatula. It just works so much better. I've definitely used foundations in the past that has a spatula. So this is the Sorbet Come and Go, and I must say when I first started using this, I definitely did not appreciate the spatula as much as I do now. You can literally just go directly from the tube and apply to your face, and that's all we're doing right now. We're going to apply. So we're just going to apply to the one half of the face, and then we'll do the other half. So one thing that I must mention about this foundation, it smells like paint. I'm not even joking, it literally smells like paint. So whether you're sensitive to smell or not, you're not going to love the smell of this foundation. It literally smells like paint. And I think that's the only negative about the foundation, is the smell. I mean, you can't always have everything you want in life, you know. And at the end of the day, you're only paying 100 Rand, so you have to choose. Spend 500 Rand on a full coverage foundation, something very similar to this, and have a foundation that doesn't have any smell, or get yourself this foundation and save so much money and still get the same coverage, if not better. You know what I'm saying? Gotta be smart. Gotta be smart. So I'm gonna go in with just a bit more because I want to cover up nicely. I really like to press the product into my face, especially around the areas where I have spotting, where I have discoloration, where I have pigmentation, dark marks, whatever the case may be. I really like pressing in the product because that way I get a better coverage. I get to maximize the coverage when I press the product in, as opposed to sweeping the brush across my face. Like I mentioned in one of my other videos, the way I apply my foundation on my forehead is not so much a concern because I don't have as much marks on my forehead as opposed to like the rest of my face. But at the end of the day, we also want the coverage to be even. You want to be able to see the difference in coverage on the forehead versus the rest of my face. So I'd rather apply it in this like pressing motion and apply less but still get that full coverage, as opposed to sweeping the foundation. So there we have the one half of my face covered, and as we can see, it covered up nicely, but I can definitely see this mark coming through. It is quite a bit of a struggle covering it up, so I'm not too fazed by that, and I can still see a bit of the marks coming through here, but it's also not too bad. So it's a medium to full coverage foundation. And then with regards to the finish, as you can see, it is a matte finish, but it's nothing drying on my skin, and I definitely feel like applying that hydrating moisturizer contributed to the fact that my skin does not look dry. So I'm gonna do the one half of my face, and then we'll see what it looks like once I'm done. Cool, so now that we're done with that, I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Photofocus Concealer, and this is in the shade Medium Tawny. I've mentioned this in my last everyday makeup routine. I absolutely love this concealer for an everyday basis. It just sits so beautiful on my face. It's very lightweight, but it also covers up stunning, and the foundation and the concealer together photographs absolutely beautiful together. So I'm going to set my under eye area and my forehead using the RCMA powder, and then maybe around my laugh line area. I'm looking very matte, I'm gonna go in with my brush and I just want to dust off that powder immediately under my eye area, especially. Not so much the rest of my face. And now I definitely need to add some bronzer, some contour to my face. So I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Megaglo contouring palette. And this is in the shade Caramel Toffee. I used this before on my channel. I had to get myself a new one because I dropped it, and yeah. I'm obviously going in with the shade over here and I'm just going to warm up my face. I mentioned this in one of my videos before. The only problem with this palette is it has a lot of fallout, but other than that, love it. And now we just want to dust off that powder on the rest of my face. So I'm going in with the Smashboc Photofinish Primer Water. I love this stuff. I'm just going to add a bit of this just to help with that powdery finish. They said not to talk while applying setting spray. So now I'd like to highlight my face, and I'm going in with one of my favorite drugstore highlighters, and this is my Wet n Wild Megaglo highlighting powder, and this is in the shade Crown of my Canopy, I think. Where's the shade? Okay, the shade is not on here, but I know that it's Crown of my Canopy. So now I'm going back in with the shade from the Wet n Wild contouring palette, and I just want to warm up the crease. And I'm not being specific about this, I'm just basically just applying this, distributing this all over my crease. Just placing that shade on my lower lash line. I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Lash Renegade Mascara, and I've mentioned this in one of my previous videos, not quite fond of the applicator, so I haven't used this a lot since purchasing it. So I've gone ahead and I've done my falsies off camera, so now we're going to move on to doing my brows. And I'm going to be using the Maybelline eyeshadow in the shade Manganese Violet. And now for lips, I'm going in with the Eyeshadow lip liner in the shade Natural. So I'm going in with my MAC lipstick in the shade Honey Love, and I'm going to place this in the center of my lips. So now that I'm done creating this makeup look, I just want to wrap up the video real quick. So as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, this foundation retails for 100 Rand. It is available at Clicks. This foundation comes in 20 shades. I'm going to try my best and insert an image somewhere here so we get to see the available shades on the Clicks website. But I would suggest going in stores so you get get the perfect shade and also see if they have more shades in store to what they have online. And then secondly, with regards to the coverage, so this is a medium to full coverage foundation, and you guys know how much I love me a full coverage foundation. So I will definitely be repurchasing this foundation, because not only is it super inexpensive, super easy accessible, it is also full coverage, right up my alley. So I really love it. And apart from that annoying paint smell, I can't fault the foundation any further. If you're oily to combination skin type like myself, you're definitely going to love the foundation. And if you are oily skin type, you're also going to love the foundation. So the foundation is matte, but it's nothing drying. But it also helped that I went in with a hydrating moisturizer before applying the foundation. But I really like what it sits like on my face. It looks so beautiful. Like I said, not too matte, also not dewy, just the right finish for me. So now that I'm done wrapping up the video, I would like to say goodbye. But before I get to that, I'd like to ask you guys to please let me know if you found this video useful. Let me know if you see yourself going out and purchasing the foundation. Also let me know what foundation, what product you guys would like to see me review next on my channel. Anyhow, thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.